Alright. Oh wait. I have to fix my windows. Yeah, okay. Nice water drinking sound effects there. Yeah, okay. Let's just grab some plastic and rubber and fuel and see. Oh, these aren't lined up. How awful. Oh well. And let's head over and make some stuff. I'm also gonna need some fabric for gas masks. I think I can get that out of here. Yeah. Okay. Well, first, let's remind ourselves. Let's just say we want, like, 10 filters? I don't know. Oh, we need coal. That's fine. I can get coal. Jetpack and gas mask. Okay, great. Let's go get some coal. Yep. There. And then we need some circuit boards and stuff, but that's all manageable. In fact, I think I have circuit boards just like sitting around, yeah. So in that case, I just need fabric. It's a little amusing that fabric and rubber essentially uses the same model that's just like texture swapped. Which I kind of hope that at some point they might update that because it's a little bit lazy, but it's not, it's understandable. Because if you go over, this is fabric, and then rubber. Oh, it's also rotated 180 degrees. That's cute. Anyway, I can make 3 jetpacks. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll only need the one. I wonder if Ada will have anything to say when I actually make one. Nope. Okay, and we need to make some filters. Oh, Jasper thinks he wants to, he's thinking about that power cable. Okay, so jetpack, you just put it on and the gas and the filters just automatically go in, I'm guessing. And I'm guessing this is all just spacebar. Yes. What, I have to land in order to refuel? I see. Oh, and one full fuel thing it takes. Let's see if... Okay. Let's also do a falling test. So if I free fall off of the tower, I want to see if the jetpack can slow me down enough. So obviously I can't, I have to like only activate the jetpack close to the ground. This is probably enough, frankly, but I want to go whole hog here, so I'm going to go all the way up to the platform. Okay, so the idea here is once I'm close to the ground, whatever that means, oh, also, please put on the jetpack, there we go, yep, I will activate the jetpack close to the ground and see if it slows my fall enough to not die. Because free fall, you get going pretty dang fast. That's pretty... Oops. There's another place I can test this with. Well... actually, let's just do it again. Because my intention was to be going a little bit faster than that, actually, so... It's like, because when you're testing things like this, if there's very little consequence for death, you'll get better at it if you allow yourself to fail, or at least get closer to failing. Okay. Okay, so you can be real close to the ground before you activate the jetpack. It's fine. I use less than half of a thing to even... Okay. I'm guessing any... Whoa. So you can, like... Yeah, okay. So this is, I think if you can use about a quarter of the fuel gauge and doesn't even use any fuel, no problem. Well, maybe it's keeping track a little bit better than I thought it was. Anyway, okay, well that's jetpack. Great. Okay, so now that we have jetpack and gas mask, I guess the other thing, I should do a gas mask test as well. So that's pretty easy to do because there's some poison gas over here. And the question is how long it takes before the cartridge is exhausted. Pretty long time, which is good. That, like, if it took a long, if cartridges got chewed up quickly, that would be a pain in the butt. Now that I'm not at risk, I can investigate these things more carefully. I'm assuming I cannot chainsaw them or blow them up. I assume I... No. Alright. So that's like maybe 30 seconds-ish. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna get ready to go explore the Mist Cave, which I'm kind of curious if the how far the lower level of the launch tower will take me, so I will attempt to take that. And so to get ready to go on safari here, I'm gonna take. Do I want more jet fuel? I think I probably actually have enough jet fuel, jetpack fuel. 92 is a lot. So I should mostly put away a lot of this junk. I'm gonna put away the rubber into here. Actually, given that I have rubber storage over there, I'm just gonna throw away anything less than 100. And circuit boards can go in here, I guess. One question is whether I want to even have parachutes if I have the jetpack. I think the jetpack is just better parachutes, so I'm going to go ahead and say I don't need the parachute anymore. And I'm going to put pedals away over here. Actually, I'm going to put pedals in with the plant parts, so my brain doesn't get confused. Here's Jasper. What do you think, Jasper? You want to come talk to me over here? I'm going to go up here. This is also a good place for a cat. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna want more iron parts than this, and also more bullets. I did not mean to climb that ladder. Okay, how many bullets is that? I think 500 bullets is enough, and then let's go get some iron parts, and I think that'll be all we really need. Iron parts are for climbing or building ramps, which I shouldn't need as much of now that I have the jetpack, but I probably will still need some, conceivably. Okay, and I think I can actually put away some more encased industrial beam if what I'm doing is going on safari. The other question is whether I want to restock my paleberry supply. Yeah, sure. Okay. I guess actually now that I've brought stuff over, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to barrel nut. Okay. So now it's time to get up on the launch tower. And then head for the Mist Cave, which we will see what mysteries it has. One thing I wish I had more of was nobelisks, but I don't feel like walking all the way back to the original base for that. Okay, so the direction we want to go is actually like this is going to work just fine. I'm going to improve the launch angle here. There. I don't know. Again, I don't know what difference this actually makes, but... oh, wait. We still want parachutes for this business. Oops. Okay, I'll go get the parachutes back. So I'm going this way. Okay. Fine, fine. We still need parachutes. And of course the jetpack is not enough to just climb the, I mean, I can test this, but I'm pretty sure that the jetpack can't just climb the launch tower straight up. Yeah, this is more like it. Oh no. Yeah. That's fine. Well, it's nice to know that the, well, nice, sort of, to know that the parachute's not totally obsolete. It's still the superior option for flinging yourself. Okay. So, oh, I should put away this mycelia, but I think I'll probably be collecting more mycelia anyway. Because caves are good places to find mushrooms, I think. That seems like a subpar launch. Might be doing a lot of walking. But that's fine. That's why we're going on safari. There's the Caterium extraction facility. Hey, a lake. Oh, that's the copper zone. Yep, here's some copper. Okay, well, I guess I'm here now. Yep. Play with some barrel hogs here. I have so many carapaces that this isn't even a very high priority. One thing I can do is turn the Mist Cave beacon back on. It will help for a few things. Oh, this is fine. Okay. So if I head straight there, I'll have to cross a giant waterfall. So I kind of want to skirt around it to the west. Where are those hogs at? I know you weren't the last one. Oops. All right. Let's just assume that hog time will continue. So, is this a cave entrance? What is this? No, this is just a little bit of an overhang. Not a big deal. Although I'm interested to know what's in here. Excuse me? I'm gonna assume that this feels like a waste of Nobelisk, but I'll go ahead and... let's break out the jetpack. Sure seems like nothing to me, unless I've been here before and... Oh, wait. This is very goofy, but, I'm inclined to think I don't care. Okay. Enough out of you. Where'd Mist Cave go? Mist Cave is this way. Let's see, I'm eventually need to cross this river, so let's find a good place for a river crossing. I'm going to cross the river here, and there also is a spitter over there, so... One thing I noticed about this rifle is that there's basically no recoil. So you can do garbage like that. There's some alien organs down there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now I want to go this way, but I do want to stay on this side of the river, so... So the other thing is that... so I think what I want to do is loop around here and then go down this ramp and around that way. Or maybe just sort of mess around this way. So... let's see, so there should be like some kind of arch, which is that. I hear either a power slug or some other treasure thing around, but it's probably up above me, so I don't care. I do care about mushroom. Of the three basic food types, mushroom is the most scarce in terms of its ratio in the recipe for medical inhalers, so at least in terms of the areas I've been exploring in. There might be other places that are very mushroom rich, but I have not spent much time in them. Okay. You can look around a bit. There's an arch. Yep. Okay. Other stuff. Just kind of generic level design right now. I don't care enough about that. The pale berry, I mean. Okay. I don't need to get up there. I should be able to go this way. So I labeled this location Mist Cave for a reason. Oh, there's a spitter somewhere. Where are you? Jesus. Oh, I can maybe shoot the... Alright. That spitter came from somewhere. There you are. Okay. I'm very close now. I think it's probably down here. I seem to recall it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and equip the jetpack. Yeah, let's see. This looks good. Yes, the Mist Cave has a lot of mist. But I think this is probably where I want to be. Yes. Okay. So when I discovered this, first of all, I wanted to do it on stream, even if no one in particular is watching, and also I wanted to have the jetpack just because of the degree of verticality. Purple powered slug. Also, there is a large spider. Let's see if I wonder if I can punish it for getting stuck on a tree. Well, stuck on a stalagmite, actually. I think the answer is yes. Any other spiders? I mean, yes. Jerk. There we go. Oh, here comes Durga again. Any more spiders guarding this power slug? I don't think so. I think I can I chainsaw these things? Yes, I can. And you get mycelia for it. That's good. So this is a good place to harvest mycelia if you're in the mind to do that. Which I do need some mycelia, so let's go ahead and do some of that. hello, Durga. Okay. I'm assuming this cave has more than just the one power slug. I'm nervous about surrendering the high ground, but I have a jetpack, so maybe I should just get over it. At the very least, I don't think the gas mask is the thing I need. I'm wary of spiders. In fact, I think I'm going to put the sword on instead of the detonator. Trying to see if I can convince Durga to purr into the microphone, but she doesn't really like being that close to the microphone. Nope. Oops. It's pretty easy to get lost in this area. And in fact, I'm not sure I necessarily know exactly which direction is out. I mean, I think this probably is the way I came in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. Yep. So let's try to go a more different direction. And see if this actually leads anywhere. Or if this was all just a big setup for one purple power slug and a bunch of mushrooms. Looks like maybe. This is where the power slug was. Well, that's kind of boring. Well, I am getting a lot of mycelium out of it. Alright, and let me just verify, yeah, that's the ceiling, okay. Whoa, ow. That's fine. I think I hear running water. Is this the same place? Yes. I think the running water that I hear is just the river, which is this waterfall over here, which... That's another thing I could explore. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is just... a relatively small cave. So getting out of here can be done without the jetpack because I did it. It's just a little bit minor jumping puzzle, not too bad. So another thing that we can do is go look at the waterfall, which we can speculate that this waterfall is the source of all the mist. I mean, it would be. it would produce a huge amount of mist. There's a cracked boulder there, so let's go see if we can get to it. I don't think the jetpack will. Well, let's see if the jetpack can get us there. I'm a little skeptical, but who knows. Nope. This'll hurt some. Oh, nope, I landed in water, so I don't die. The jetpack will not refuel until I stand on ground again. Which is fair. In the meantime, I'm just swimming. If I want to... Yeah, I think I do want to get out on this side. I think it's possible I could have made that if I had been a little bit more judicious with my jetpack fuel. Okay. So, might be a bit of a challenge to get up, but I have a jetpack, so the challenge is mitigated considerably. Okay, so getting over there will be a lot easier if I'm up higher when I attempt it. Do I think there are prizes up there? I think that's all just part of the attendant jumping puzzle of getting to the mist cave. Okay, let's try this. I guess the other problem here is that I'm going to blow up my own self. Well, there's one way to resolve this. Okay, so... I think Ada's really interested in this thing. Let's make Ada holler at me just for giggles.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that was a lot of work for a summer sloop. But that's fine. That is a ton of insects. I kind of wonder what they could possibly be guarding that is that many insects. But it's probably something goofy like a Mercer sphere, so... In fact... I think it's a power slug. Wait. Okay. Do I have any reason to... I could go over here. That would be different. Actually, now that I have a jetpack, let's try to get up here and then get up to this higher area here. So, yeah. Also, crossing the river that way would involve quite a bit of swimming. Okay. So, again, the objective is to go that way. seem to recall last time I was here. Oh, it's you. Okay. This way, okay. I think there might be some bauxite around here or something. Ow. Yes, Reebok, okay. Yep, sure is bauxite. Also, it's impure, so also extremely far from the factory. There was something else I wanted to investigate, though. Was it just the Bigman? It might have just been the Bigman. Am I trying to get up there? Yes, I am. Okay. Let's see. Getting up there with just jetpacks seems pretty strenuous, so let's investigate if there are any ramps available. There's another summer sloop over there, but I don't especially care. Well, let's get to work here. Oh. Hilarious, okay. Oh, come on. This is too steep even for Blade Runners? That's impossible. Okay. Now then. Now I'm up here. Does this afford any advantage? This seems to be a way down, but I'm not interested in that. Also, there's a void. Mind the void. I can probably get over there with the jetpack. I should be able to get up there also. Okay. Wow, that texture is very unusual. Okay. Now then, where next? Up there? Yes. Let's look around a bit. Okay, so that direction, there's a tall plateau, but it's very far away. And then there's an even taller plateau that's a little bit closer. There's some floating tree geometry. That's some interesting LOD problems. There's what appears to be a very thin bridge, but I don't know, I might have built that myself, or there is weird pop-in happening. There seems to be some weird pop-in happening. Let's try to resolve this by getting closer to it. I'm guessing I can also turn up the draw distance, but that's not what we're here to do. We're here to explore. There we go. Oh, what I'm seeing is the causeway from the old factory to the new factory. Okay, well now I'm up here. Oh yeah, I want to continue going west. Can I fly that far? Well, I can launch and then fly, I think, so let's go ahead and do that. No problem. Ow. That wasn't quite what I intended, but it worked just fine. Also, there is a hog somewhere. Although it might be below me, so. Alright, I do kind of want to be up there. There we go. All right. Well, now I'm up here. Do I need to bother checking out what's over there? I mean, we're here. We probably aren't going to come back, so. In conclusion, there ain't shit up here. Although it is a nice view, so that's something, I guess. And let's see, I want to continue going that direction. All right, here's a test. Can I rocket jump? Can I jetpack my way all the way up there? I probably should launch first, but I'm going to try this. Yep, great. Okay, and just looking around. Not seeing much of interest here. I mean, the terrain's interesting, but you kind of get exhausted looking at cool alien terrain, so. All right. Mostly just going for map completion now. Uh-oh. Here are some animals, and there's also toxic gas around, so we might have found an interesting place. Alright, well, let's use our gas mask, I guess. Okay, is all this for one power slug? I guess so. And a nice lookout. I would be surprised if there was nothing over there, but we're going to have to parachute. That's fine. I'll take some poison damage, but not a huge amount. Looks like a Mercer sphere. Let's throw away some silica here. Yep, okay. Alright, I think it's probably about time to head back to the factory. We've been exploring for a while. We're at about 50% fuel on our jetpack. And I'm not sure exactly what it'll take to get back. Although, actually, I think I do know, because I can just run through this area here and... let's see, what's actually the best way to get back? I think if I can find a way across here, which might involve jetpacking, then I'll be able to get back pretty easily. Oh, this elephant's walking over me. That's okay. So we're heading northeast. All right, let's go. Northwest, I mean. All right. Derp. There we go. We still basically on track? Yeah, we're doing fine. Alright, we can just kind of... Whoop. Hello. Anybody else want some? Nope. Oh. Or maybe yes. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna keep moving. Okay, so I think now I just want to cut west. And there's the river. Do I want to cross the river here? It would make things pretty simple. As long as I can actually get out of the river somewhere. But I can do it over there. That's fine. So, there's a lot of work to do at the factory still. That's not surprising anybody. But I need to think about what I want to do. Mining bauxite is like the exciting thing to do. Processing caterium is like the responsible thing to do. Is this an actual cave entrance? Probably not, but let's check it out. looks more like it. On the other hand, anybody guarding this slug? Okay, so this is just a long, low tunnel. And now we're back out here. And that is fine and good, because I think I should be able to pick up... oh, there's something up there, but I don't care very much. Anywho, we can pick up this conveyor belt and take it back to the factory. Okay. I guess one thing I've not tested is whether I can use my jetpack to climb up directly to the factory level. Like, for example, if I wanted to do this, can I get that high? No. That's fine. So I can't. Well, actually, I can do a vertical test here. Let's just see how high, like half of a jetpack tank gets me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Less than 4. Okay. That was my alarm going off at 6 a.m. I don't even know. It probably didn't even register on the mic. Okay, so first step is depositing all of our goodies from going on safari. Everything is in here, yes, okay. Various power slugs. Alien organs. Should have tons of carapace somewhere. There we go, yep. Mycelia goes over here. Leaves do nothing. Mercer sphere goes there. Put away that. Anything else? Oh, silica can just go away. Okay, I think that's all for now. One thing I'm going to do is put away some of my barrel nuts. There we go. Okay. So let's pick a location for Caterium processing. Hello, Master Za. I was up way too early, so I've been going for like 3.5 hours with a break in between there. I can briefly summarize. The first like 2+ hours was me setting up an oil extraction and processing facility over here. But you can see the result of that right over here, so now I have these 3 conveyor belts that are carrying plastic, rubber, and fuel into these respective storage containers. But that took a long time. I also did the research. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear you were untimely. You were woken up earlier than you wanted, but in any case. Oh, got back to sleep after when you were untimely awoken. Got it. Anyway, I did the research to have gas mask and just there and jetpack. I'll give a brief demonstration of jetpack. Jetpack lets you do this. And then it won't refuel until you are back on solid ground. So if you do what I just did, you take a little bit of fall damage. You can just like conserve a tiny bit of fuel and it'll break your fall pretty easily. Like that, and then you're good. And then the gas mask works how you think. It consumes filters, but one filter lasts like 20 or 30 seconds. Maybe a little bit longer. In any case, I also did some hard drive research, but none of it was very interesting. Since we're here, let's look and see if there's any, like, do I want to do trains or turbo fuel or any of this stuff? Did I research the trains? I think I did research the trains. I've already forgotten. Yeah, so here's all the train equipment. I might investigate that at some later time. Let's see, do I care about any of this stuff? I guess I could do this now that I have... Well, I still have to get quick wire processing up. Advanced Caterium electronics requires supercomputers. I could manually get this, and then I would get geothermal generators and Mark III power poles. And some inventory slots. That's still not super interesting at the moment, so I'm gonna... Because that requires manually crafting supercomputers is possible now that I have oil products being delivered, but it would be time consuming and frankly kind of boring, so. Alright, I'm trying to pick out a spot to do Caterium processing, which my plan is to process Caterium into wire and quick wire. So I think the thing is that if I get bauxite mining going, I also kind of need to get copper mining going, because I need copper to make alclad aluminum plates, right? Aluminum sheet, yeah, which is like pallet swapped plastic. That's cute. And this is what's necessary for Mark V conveyor belts, which is definitely desirable. Let's do a copper scan. I know there's a bunch of copper there, but that's kind of far away. Okay, so there actually is some near the iron and also near the oil. Let's go see how much copper is over here, because mining this copper would be pretty easy to do, because most of the logistics is already done for me. Okay, so that's that away. Actually, what I should do is refuel my jetpack, or pick up more fuel for the jetpack. Because if I have to get up there by climbing walls, then I want enough jetpack fuel that I don't have to worry about it. Like that. There we go. And yeah, I have a reasonable amount of bullets. So I briefly thought that perhaps parachutes might be obsolete now that I have the jetpack, but if I want to fling myself off a cliff like this, then the parachute still does its thing that the jetpack definitely could not do, because you would just go into free fall straight down with no gliding. I think I see the copper over there, and if that's all there is, that's not very much. Alright. This probably will require the jetpack to get up there. One normal copper deposit. That's not very much. Let's repeat the scan and make sure that there aren't any more deposits nearby. There's, looks like limestone over there, but that's not very interesting. Yeah. Looks like that's it. One normal deposit is not enough to keep me interested, so... Yes, and there's some way out there. This copper could get hooked up to the Caterium output without too much hassle. So... how do I feel about that? I'm thinking maybe, I think probably what I should do is just, I guess the other question is whether there's more Caterium around. Caterium's pretty scarce, and I'm currently only mining it out of one normal, oh, there's some over there. Oh yeah, there's some near the, quartz mine. That's strongly tempting, but I should probably just do that sometime off stream, because that's a little bit redundant work. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and set up some Caterium processing. I don't need to do it at huge scale, just kind of enough to have some. And then go get bauxite. And that'll probably be pretty time consuming, so we'll see how much time I have left once I've done those two things. Oh, also the other thing is that I could go make some high-speed connectors, because there's a crashed pod over here. Well, as I said previously, the research I have is not very impressive at the moment, so... The other thing I could do at some point is build a radar tower, which would require that would require, like, I think what I'll probably do is off-stream I'll handcraft the necessary crystal oscillators, and then on-stream I'll make the radar stuff. Because I don't like handcrafting large amounts of stuff on stream, because that's like literally standing in front of a bench hitting the button. Okay, so I think I can probably get away with let's head over to that's the 5 o'clock position and see if that's gonna be a good place for Caterium processing. Because I want to have like 2 banks. Actually, I might be able to get away with something very minor. What I want is more concrete, because this is going to involve expanding. Let's just take all of it. Sure. This is probably way more. Well, if I have leftover concrete, I can spend it. I can like expand other petals. Do I have anything to make constructors? Because Caterium ingot gets made into, oh. I have no reinforced iron plates. Let's go get some of those. I think I have some sitting over here. This won't take long. Yeah. Yes, of course, I took too much concrete, I admit. Alright. so here's the 5 o'clock pedal. And this can be 9 wide before it crashes into there. So just go out 4 in each direction. Right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So the benefit of using Caterium to make normal wire is that I think it's more, it like is more per minute, but let's just finish this and see what the constructor says. Let's go ahead and hotkey this like there. Okay, so wire is 15 ingots into 45 wire per minute. Alternate wire is 7.5 ingots into a huge amount of Caterium wire, of what is called Caterium wire, but I assume is a drop-in replacement for regular wire. Maybe I should verify that. Let's go ahead and verify this before I commit to something. Wow, we have some hilarious shadows being cast here. So foundations don't cast shadows, but buildings do. So we get this entertaining effect happening. I mean, there's a reason why foundations don't cast shadows. It's so you can build multiple level factories and not, like, be in the dark all the time. But it has an amusing side effect. I've already forgotten why I'm coming down here. Oh, I'm coming down here to get some Caterium ingots so I can manually test my theories regarding what the game calls Caterium wire. Okay. And also, I think because this is an alternate recipe, I can't make it at a craft bench. I have to make it at a constructor of some kind. Which is fine, it just means I have to know what I'm doing. Okay, let's go take power over here. And I'm just going to very temporarily power that up. So what I'm going to do is take all of the normal wire out of my inventory. And then I should be able to use this Caterium wire to make cable, for example. And if I can't do that, then this is different than what I thought. But, okay, so I should be able to make some cable using my, yes, wire, which... The fact that this thing has that they like give a different name, like that it says Caterium wire here instead of just wire, is a little weird. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because it's, like, the fact that I had to run that test means that it created uncertainty. Okay, I guess the other question is how fast quick wire gets made. So quick wire uses 15 Caterium ingots per minute. Okay, so I believe I have one normal Caterium deposit, and I think I've overdrived it to like 200% or something like that. So that means it's probably making 120 Caterium ore per minute. Also, I don't know what the recipe is. Actually, I can look it up here. Caterium ingot is 3 ore per 1 ingot. That means that I'm probably making 40 ingots per minute-ish. Or do I have that math wrong? I'm probably making... I could walk over there and look. How far away is it? It's over there. Let's just assume processing of like 40 Caterium ingots per minute. So if we have... Yeah, so quick wire uses 15 per minute. Caterium wire uses half of that. So 120 divided by 15 is 8. That sounds right. Yeah. So I could have like 4 of these, or no, 8 of these, or 16 of these, but I probably won't need 16 of these. I think, well, I mean, okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, because this makes 67.5 Caterium per minute, that means that like 6 of these exhausts one, or no. 67.5 is a weird number. If you multiply it by 2, you get 135. Yeah. Which means on a Mark IV conveyor belt, you can do like 7 constructors. Will saturate, well, yeah, 7 constructors will almost saturate a Mark IV conveyor belt. So I think what I'm going to do, whereas this is all 60 per minute. Okay. So the question is, on this here 9 wide thing, how many constructors and splitters and stuff can I cram on here? Because a constructor is like 1 and a bit foundations wide. And this is 9 wide, so let's just pick these up. In a perfect world, if this was wide enough, I would do 2 rows each of quick wire and normal wire, which is sort of aspirational, but I guess the other thing I could do is just say that I'm going to use the 4 o'clock position instead of the 5 o'clock position because it'll be wider. Well, anyway, let's just use this as a dummy. Cause actually this is fine. Okay, let's move around our quick bar a bit. Let's try this. Conveyor belt Mark 1, conveyor belt Mark 4, splitter, merger, constructor. Okay. These will be the primary components of lots of different types of factories. Okay, so the most compact we can do is if the merger goes almost right up to the edge. I want to be able to walk past it, but we can sit right there. Also, this is going to, well, let's start. Let's actually start by lengthening this pedal. Okay. So I'm going to say that I'm going to designate like 4 foundations for logistics, and then starting here, okay, merger there, and then a constructor like that. And then a splitter down the middle here. And a constructor heading this way. And a merger. This uses up a little bit more than half of the space. I think probably a much better plan is to use the 5 o'clock position for aluminum processing, because that would require like 1 assembler row for making, well, probably just two foundry rows like I did for steel. Yeah, or I might just do that aluminum processing elsewhere, and this will be for like making alclad plates. Okay, so we're gonna actually move over to the 4 o'clock position because this will be much more comfortable if I just have 11 instead of 9. Okay, so here's the 4 o'clock position. I'm going to take down these belts here, because I no longer think that's a good idea. And let's do it over here too, just for completion. Nope. Okay. Okay, so let's expand this pedal out. So at the moment, I don't think I need that many constructors actually making quick wire, for example, but I may want more later, so that's why I'm designing this to be possible to be scaled pretty high. And I think probably ultimately once I'm making things like computers, I'm probably going to end circuit boards. I'm going to want a lot of normal wire, so I am prepared to make a lot of wire. Okay, so merger going this way. Let's just put it over there. Yeah, this is fine. And then constructor feeding into it. And a splitter. And a constructor. On. There we go. And a merger. And then a merger right next to it, which will look kind of funny, but that's okay. And then a constructor feeding into that. But this close is uncomfortably close. Yes, okay. These are in line, right? Yep, that's fine. And then a splitter here. And a constructor feeds off of this one. And then a merger. So this is a little bit off center. I don't especially care. Yeah, because it's about one foundation off center, but that's no big deal. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is build 4. So again, I said I had capacity for up to 8 quick wire constructors. Yeah, because I believe I have... Oh, wait. Now that math is terrible. I don't have capacity for that, because I said I had 40 Caterium ingots per minute. Which I might have a little bit more than that, but not 60, for example. So I'm going to make 2 quick wire constructors and 4 wire constructors. Okay. Oh, one thing I was curious about is that when I researched compacted coal, it seemed to give some recipes that I couldn't figure out what they were, and now I know what they are. That lets you make coal from wood or biomass, which is entertaining. I don't know how practical that is, but if you really hate the idea of throwing away all your leaves, then you can make a factory that processes leaves into biomass and the biomass into coal, and then you don't have to mine as much coal, I guess. But the thing is that, like, mines are inexhaustible, whereas the biomass that you collect is just kind of hodgepodge. So anyway. Yes, it is worth noting that some people might use the chainsaw a lot more enthusiastically than I do. And for them, they might end up with a lot of biomass, so... Okay. So one thing to note is that since this is making 67.5, that is more than the capacity of the Mark 1 conveyor belt, which is only 60. So I'm going to be using Mark 4 conveyor belts for all this stuff, which Mark 4 is a little bit overkill, but I can't be bothered to use conveyor belts that are anything except the slowest and the fastest. Okay. So that's the basic wire production, and now I have to figure out how I want to arrange. I think what I'm going to do is just... So I have to... I think what I'm going to do is... So I want to have a storage container, but I don't know that I need to have both feeds feeding to the same storage container. I think I can just... do it like this. And then just throw down a splitter right here. Okay. So... And I think I probably want to... do I want to do this the other way around? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So instead of having that there, I'm going to actually have this be a merger, because I think this might be a more convenient place for a merger. And then what am I doing? Yeah, okay. So this will make sense shortly, I promise. So I'm going to take the drag the output from this. Hello. No. This, what's going on here? This is probably a bad angle. Oh wait, this is not what I wanted to do anyway. Derp. None of this is correct. What I want is a splitter that's in line with both of these things. Like this. And then I can just this will be a little bit ugly, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then I'll put the storage container right out here. There we go. Okay. So that merger over there will have the final wire stream that is not just going into storage. And now I need to do approximately the same thing over here. So this is making 60 quick wire per minute, not more than that. So I can use just vanilla conveyor belt for all these connections. Okay. So let's do basically the same thing here. So get a splitter that takes input from there, goes this direction, and then a merger over here. And this is all a little, this is kind of overbuilt, given that I only have 2 constructors currently making Caterium, but it's not really a big problem. You know, the expectation is eventually I will have more constructors making quick wire. Nope. Try again. There we go. Okay, great. Now we have this nearly symmetrical thing. Now I just need to make feed lines. Okay, so time to bring the Caterium ingots up. So where's the Caterium ingots are over there, I believe. Here. There they are. Okay. Kind of tempted to bring him up onto this platform here. Is that going to cause problems? Yeah, what if I go from here up to there? Is that doable? Let's stand up here and see. That's going to be way too long, but I might be able to fudge it. I believe it's time for our good friend conveyor belt cheating. Let's put this on like 8. So first step, put a conveyor belt pole there, and just check that we can reach it. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so our objective is to get the let's check the map, make sure this is going to work. Yeah, this is fine. Get the conveyor belt up there. Now, it's definitely way too far to try to reach it just like... Although only a little bit. Man. What if I put it there? Is there room for a conveyor lifter there? This might require less cheating than I thought. Let's go over there and take a look at it. Okay, so there's a little bit of a ledge that I can't even see, but it's, there it is, okay. Yeah, let's see if I can do this. Nope. If I point this like this way, and then can't quite, that's 26 crud. Okay. Let's just do a, let's, the one problem is that when I'm pointing at a, yeah, because like 20, this is 29. How frustrating. Okay, I think it's time for some cheating. Now we have to do this silly thing where we put this, like that, and then reach from there up to here, which I think should be just fine. There. There. And now we just pull down the foundation and the conveyor pole. There. Which, so it's not a straight conveyor belt now, which is not aesthetic, but it's fine. Okay, so, and where we're going to is over yonder. I feel like I hear a power slug, but it's certainly not on this level because I've been around this level a lot. Unless it's probably actually that Mercer sphere right there. Okay. Don't care about that. Okay. Oops, I'm out of something. Oh, I'm out of encased industrial beams. Let's get some more of that. I wonder if I can do the rest of this particular belt setup while still just standing up here. And the answer is probably not, but I can try. Alright, where are we at? It's over there. I think the reason, if I cannot, the reason is just because I can't get a decent angle. Yeah. So if I can do it, it will be from over here. And, oh boy, I don't think I can reach that far. Oh, I can. It's just very touchy. Okay. Gotta find the magic pixel for this conveyor pole. There we go. And then where I'm going to is like right over there, so. All right. Now if I go over here, I should be able to see the thing. Yep, okay. So what we want to do is have a splitter like here. That then feeds deuterium ingots there, and then over here. Which, where do I want this pole to be? I want it like here. Yeah. Great. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit messy. I think what I probably want to do is get the... Well, first of all, get the... stuff over here, like this. Okay, so this belt will go like that, and then I can use a conveyor lift. I want it to go up pretty high so that it stays away from the other operations. Let's see if that's too high. No, that'll be fine. And that feeds into the splitter like that. And this way it doesn't interfere with any of the other stuff going on here, because I don't like having belts like right next to the pedal junctions here. Okay, I think that's all. This just needs power, so let's take care of that. Let's throw down a power pole, like, yeah, there, and then there, and then we go over here. And then head over here and power up these two constructors, and then I can just feed deuterium ingots down here, and then we will be in business. Hello, there we go. Okay, so now we just need to activate that one section of conveyor belt. This one. And we can also ride the conveyor belt if we are, well, the conveyor belt will just fling us off. That's fine. I'm willing to climb back up there myself. I'm not proud. Alright. Heck, this ladder is even directly to the right pedal. How about that? Oh, almost got here before the deuterium did. Okay, so There'll be lots of Caterium coming for a while because there's a big backlog because it's been sitting there being mined and processed for a long time. But eventually these things will exceed the backlog. Although the wire isn't being used for anything right now, so the Caterium is gonna probably be in backlog for quite a while until the wire actually goes to an automated consumption. Okay, well now we're making actual wire, which is important because you need that for cables and stuff, so that's good to have. Alright. Okay. And now, so now that I've done the responsible thing, I can go get bauxite. So let's see. Do we really want this to be? So we have some open questions here, and I can pull up my notes. So I could have this pedal here be just making aluminum ingot, which requires silica and bauxite, or I could have it making like aluminum ingot and alclad sheet. Which alclad aluminum sheet requires copper ingot and aluminum ingot. Or I could try to do both on one pedal, but I don't like that very much. Or I could make aluminum ingots off-site but nearby. That's also an option. Which I think I might do that. Because if we look at the recipes, here's alclad aluminum sheet. Like heat sink uses this. Radio control unit uses heat sink. Turbo motor uses heat sink and a radio control unit. Battery uses it. Let's see. Those are the main things, and then. What about supercomputer? Okay, so supercomputer does not use it, but in any case. And the real thing is that Mark V conveyor belt uses alclad aluminum sheets. So I'm going to be using a lot of alclad aluminum sheets for a lot of stuff. So I'm thinking pedal 5 here might be dedicated to like 2 rows of assemblers making alclad aluminum sheets. Given that, I think I'm going to pick a site for bauxite processing. And the main bauxite deposits are up here, and the silica is coming from quartz mined over here and sort of piped over here. So somewhere in between here and there would make sense. Let's head over to this little bridge and see if there's a high spot that might make sense for bauxite processing. Wow, the factory's that dead? Factory's very dead. Okay, that's fine. I did spend a lot of time, like about an hour, futzing around over here in a mist cave, which ultimately was very misty but didn't have a lot of rewards, but that's fine. But anyway, so anytime you spend time doing that, then the factory's not very busy. Okay, so where am I aiming for? Yeah, this is fine. If I wanted to, I could use this existing foundation of the launch tower to build an aluminum processing facility. This area is very heavily forested. Actually, I want to be over yonder. Okay. So here is a land bridge that connects across this relatively small river. Come on, there we go. So, I'm pretty sure I got that pod already because I think it was just operational. So for example, so the silica is coming in through here. So I can divert the silica up here without too much effort. You can like go up here this way. There are lots of options for carrying the silica up here if this is where I want to do it. Yeah, actually, if I just build a platform heading this way and bring the bauxite, oh, it's a power slug right there. Bring the bauxite from very far away down to here, and then silica up here, and then like aluminum ingots back to the factory. Okay, that's a plan. I probably don't have time to implement all of that because that's pretty ambitious, but we can get started anyway. Oh, I see. What if I use a jetpack? Looks like I cannot harvest while I'm in the air. How entertaining. However, I can build a ladder. What is going on here? What is with this slug? Is that not close enough to harvest the slug? Is this slug magical and cannot be harvested? Okay, if this ladder cannot get me in range to harvest this slug, then... Is the slug hiding in the tree? Well, I can solve that problem. Okay, so now the slug is definitely not hiding in the tree. Oh, yep, the slug was hiding in the tree's bounding box. Okay. All right. I think because this is a video game, there's no reason why I can't do the fun part first, which is to go over here and set up the bauxite mining. Okay. The other thing I will have to do is clear out a path for some conveyor poles and also power poles. So that means chainsaws. Well, I'm carrying a lot of concrete. One thing I can do is use up concrete by building a platform. Oh, my inventory's full. I don't need 11. These little bits of Caterium ingots, that's pretty pointless. There. Okay, so I can go ahead and start the platform that will be eventually for bauxite processing. Okay. Whoa. It's also a good way to fall off and perhaps not die, but at least get hurt badly. I will want this to be pretty wide because it's going to be 2 foundries wide. Let's stick a ramp in here. Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's a crashed pod over there. Maybe I should go check it out. I'll do that once I've burnt through some of my concrete here. This is probably wide enough now. Let's see if I can get a bead on that crashed pod. It looks like it's probably up over here, or possibly as far as that, but I hope not. Okay. I'll probably just get there via walking. Anyone over here defending this pod? No? Needs 25 megawatts. Okay, well I can do that later when I have like other reasons to bring power over into this area. Okay. So the other question is how do I want to get up to the bauxite processing area? Well, bauxite deposits. Before I do that, I should head back to the factory and pick up some automated mining things. Because if we... I think there's at least 2 bauxite deposits that I want to be mining from, so I need 4 portable miners. Is this the right place? No. Yes. Looks like it. Yep, we're good. Okay. Do I want to chew up more concrete? I think I do. Alright, so we need to head back and get some portable mining equipment. Also, I'm pretty sure I already recovered this pod, but it's good to check. Yes, it did. Okay. And the other thing we might do is bring the silica belt over to where it will be needed. Where am I? Need to go this way. I'm carrying a lot of just junk now, so I can also put some of this away. So my intention is that tomorrow morning I'm going to do a stream where I start to build the second level of the factory. Oops. Hello. Nice save there. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to start building the second level of the factory. The first level might not be finished yet, but I want to get the foundation of the second level up in any case, so that I have more space, because the things that I'm going to be building, will require a lot of space. Let's put away some of this concrete and also some of the other nonsense that I'm carrying around, like flower petals. What else? Power slug. I'm doubtlessly going to pick up more paleberry, but in any case. The circuit boards can go over here for now. Okay. I think that's enough. Now the other question is whether I want to launch myself over to this area and then build my way back. Or like take the silica over here and then walk. Who am I kidding? I'm going to use the launch tower. If I'm going to do that, I might actually want more concrete, even though I just put some away. Oops. This is fine. Because I expect that I'll probably... well, actually, what will my strategy be? I was thinking about whether I would want to build a causeway, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I guess I will have to get across this water. Alternatively, I could drop down here and then go across here, which probably won't require very much concrete. Okay, and so actually what I probably want is a lot less concrete and a lot more encased industrial beam. Because I'm going to be building a lot of Mark IV conveyor belts. I just want to see how many. Let's pick up some more iron plates too, because I'm going to be building a lot of. There we go. A lot of stacking conveyor poles. Wait a minute. Yes, okay. Alright. Let's go with that. Whoops. That's fine. Let's see, do I want to use that launch tower? That launch tower will actually be a little bit better. I have not used this launch tower very much since I built it, but that's fine. I think it will be pretty ideal for what I'm doing here. I wonder if I have enough bullets. Actually, I think from memory, the main things guarding these bauxite deposits were insects, which I just need the sword. And I do have a sword, so I think we're going to be good. Okay, so now we're up here, and I want to go basically that direction, because I think one of the bauxite deposits is... Actually, let's just scan for it. Do. Right. Yeah, it's all over here. Okay, so there's one over here. Yeah, one pretty much on the pink bamboo forest, and one further away. So I'm going to try to grab both of these. I think there was only one at each. This one might have had two. So I'm going to do this one first. So if that one just has two, then that will pretty much solve my problems. Okay, but it's parachute time. It doesn't quite get me. I probably I'm kind of a doofus, because what I really should have just done is ridden the causeway, but I think this will get me there, barely. Okay, that's enough, thank you. Yeah, there's a crashed pod here. Let's check it out. Seven supercomputer. Okay, well, let's throw down a beacon that will remind me what to do here. Yep. 7 supercomputer. And then turn this beacon de facto off. There we go. Wow, 10 radio control units. How exotic. Motors are not very interesting. Okay. Put the rifle back on. Okay, now where do I want to go? I want to go south-ish. What I'm probably going to do is keep hearing a slug or something, which is probably in these cracked boulders. Let's just get it so that the sound stops bothering me. Uh-huh. All right. Now we get back up here. And let's redo the bauxite scan. Oh, there's also a pink power slug over here. Strangely undefended, although I might have already killed everything that was guarding it. Or I may learn very soon, shortly what was defending it, but it's also possible that it's just like hard to get to, which is true. Oh, looks like just the one bauxite deposit over here. That's fine. Here it is. Okay. Alright, well, throw this down. Actually, is there a better or worse direction to direct the bauxite ore? Not really. I think probably towards this away is going to be where I drop the ore down, so. And let's just throw down the other one too while we're at it, which it's not that far away. Prefer to not be washed over a waterfall, although I don't think this game really the water doesn't really push you, it's just you have to swim through it. Alright, yep, almost there, which means the bauxite deposit should be over here, and there's a spitter guarding it. Not too surprising. Wait, did it just die from a full clip emptied into it? Okay. I wonder if it took, like, friendly fire from its own thing getting blown up. In any case. Note carefully, that thing is not a Mercer sphere over there. That's just a big old ball. It might yield crude oil if I chopped it down, but I don't really care. Okay, so this miner mark II, I don't need to go over the water, but I think going, yeah, roughly that way is fine. Okay, let's find a good spot to... again, I think my plan is to kind of drop the bauxite ore down here and then run through this marsh area over to the bridge. Actually, can I do it a little bit more directly, like go this way? Yeah, I think I can go about that way. Okay, so first question is whether I can get conveyor belts across this small stream here. Yeah, that should be doable. Okay. Another power slug. Okay. I've already lost where yes, okay, the conveyor pole's over there. Alright, in other contexts, I would maybe use, stacking conveyor poles for the whole operation here, but I think for a lot of this, I don't necessarily need to do that. Like if I'm manually placing a conveyor pole, I'll use a stacking one. So, what is? Oh, right, that's the. Oh boy, you can tell I've been streaming for a long time because my verbiage is falling off of a cliff. Okay, so the other bauxite deposit is like over here. Let's try to run it up here, and then just run this over here and down across. Okay, so I'm gonna get back over there and run the bauxite belt over. So I think it's this way, but not that one. Oh, there's another one over there. Right, I don't care. Okay. Okay. Can I get this thing, get a belt from here across the pond? Yes, barely. And then the direction I want to go is north-northeast. Okay. Let's go up here. And let's chop down some of this bamboo. Okay. I keep saying northeast when I mean northwest. Oh well. Anyway, how are we doing? Yep, this is good. I close to... I think the, I think I actually want to stay on this side of the river. Yep, you might hear the cats. They're roughhousing, but that's fine. Up here. Okay, so I can throw down a merger here, and this will be where I merge the two bauxite streams. So, like, there. Okay, and then now we want to take it pretty much actual northeast. Oh, there's a merger sphere down here. Pick it up just to make the noise stop. Okay, so we're aiming for somewhere around there on the edge of the cliff. I'm pondering whether I want to make this a stacked conveyor pole now. Sure. The other question is whether I can get across this. Do I want to get across here? Yes. Okay. This is close. Let's just make sure this is going the right direction. Oops. Having some ladder problems here. Yep. Everything's fine. Okay. Up, inventory is full of garbage again. Okay, and instantly it's full of garbage again. Okay, let's throw away all the leaves this time. The amount of leaves you pick up doing this is stupendous. Okay, I really like this location. This is a good location. Alright, let's get the belt up here. Alright, now that we are close to the cliff, let's look out, and oh good, it's really foggy. These are not optimal conditions for doing this sort of operation. Oh well. I don't suppose these, well, I should stay on task here. Well, there is always the option, well actually what I can also do is, just see if I can drop. If I drop a conveyor lift down there, invalid aim location, okay. Because I'm too far away. Or I can drop one down here on this like sub-cliff. That's probably actually a better plan. Yeah, let's do that. So I don't want it going that way. Which means I have to do this a little bit manually. That's fine, I can... This will only require a small amount of cheating. This is really eyeballing things pretty badly. Okay, so if I just throw a conveyor pole there, and then... Come on, stick to... There we go. Yes. Alright. This is allowed. I guess one issue actually... Okay, I'm going to redo this. This is not quite what I want. Okay, so I want this pole to be pointed in a somewhat different direction. Namely, I'm going to stick this conveyor pole like here. Okay, let's try that. And now we remove all the evidence of our cheating. And we just throw a completely innocent conveyor pole here. And then hook these up. There we go. Now the fog's clearing. I'm just going to parachute straight down there and see how this looks. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Alright, so the direction I want to go is like that direction there, yeah, just continuing basically northeast, actually probably east-northeast because I don't want to cross the really long part of the water, which is to say the wide part of the delta. This is like a delta, right? Anyway, so like that direction-ish. So if I just... Floor is too steep. That's obnoxious. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go over there and... Somehow didn't take fall damage from that. Okay, which is to say I'm gonna have to chop this tree down and then probably... do a final conveyor lift, but that's totally fine. Okay. So like that away. This way may be blocked by a tree that I cannot cut down. Let's investigate further. I can probably like bend it around here. I can just go that way. Using stackable conveyor poles here is a little bit nice just because it kind of gets things above the low-growing foliage. Also, there's an crude oil deposit right here, which I probably don't want to build straight on top of in case I decide I need to mine it or actually do oil extraction here. So I'm going to try to go around the crude oil. Also, there's a power slug inside this tree, so maybe I can chop this tree down. No, but I can't just walk in here. Okay. Alright. Apologies to people who wanted me to... So I guess you can't chop down these weird crude oil, well, oily balls. Calling them crude oil sort of implies that you can harvest them, but you factually cannot do that. I think I will clear out some of these fungi. And let's see, I don't think I need all this wood. I'm carrying a very large quantity of wood. Okay. Keep expecting to run into the locals, but I think I've already been through here and cleared out most of them, but even so, I'm a little surprised I have not run into more. Is that thing poison gas emitter? It sure is. I would prefer to just go around that so I don't have to deal with it. Oh. I see. There's a big poison cloud right there. Can I... Let's just do... Hold on. Okay. Yes, I got some crude oil for chopping down a smaller one of the grease ball things. Nope, this just looks like poison zone. I guess it's time for the old gas mask. Only got the 6 filters. I think that's probably enough for what I need to do. Let's just investigate how far in here we need to go. This is a lot of poison. Hey, crash pod. And a geyser, for what that matters. Oh, okay. Well, let's throw down a beacon here. There we go. Okay, this looks like actually a good spot to skirt around the gas. So I think the yeah, we can go through here because the belt is over here. This will still involve some amount of gas, but not an egregious amount. Let's see if this will work. This isn't very deep water. I can, okay. Okay, so now we can just proceed mostly north, and then let's confirm that I can get up to the point that I need to. Yes, yes. So now if I head northwest, the question is whether I can just get up to that land bridge or not. So it looks like I can from the topo map, but sometimes the map is not a very good description of the land. Is this it? Yes, okay. So I definitely can do it, I just have to make sure I don't drop into that creek bed. Okay. And let's, I'm thinking about whether I want to clear out a path, or let's actually assume that this looks like a good path here. Is that the crashed pod? Yes, it is. Okay, this is a much clearer path than the way I came the first time. And we're getting a pretty decent stock of mushrooms too, so. Okay. I feel like I'll probably have time to finish this logistical operation and then run power out to the bauxite mine. And we might even get the foundries set up. At least I'm pretty sure it's a foundry where you make aluminum ingots, given the components. Okay. Almost there. Let's make sure we know where we're going here. Going over there. Okay, so if I put... I'm also nearly out of or encased industrial beams, so I'm going to have to go back and get more of that anyway. Let's see. Yep, I can get away with this. So another challenge is going to be running electricity up to the bauxite mines, because I'm going to have to get... Actually, no, I have a good solution for that. At least. I'm going to attempt something, which may or may not work, but... Okay, let's call that good for now, and let's head back over the land bridge, back to the base to pick up more encased industrial beam, and also drop off all of our garbage. All right. So we have to get back to the core, which is a bit of a walk by now, but I knew when I started this was going to be a bit of an ordeal, because the bauxite is one of the things that's furthest from the this factory, so a lot of walking is what you're signed up for. Let's see here. Silica can go away, power slugs. Actually, crude oil also is not useful. They probably should have thrown it away earlier, but... Okay, and then we can throw the petals and wood and stuff in here. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and queue up some foundries. Like 4. Well, that tells us that we're going to need some steel pipes. Not a huge number, but some. I think I can get... Well, those are actually made on the same pedal as encased industrial beams, so I should just go over there. Oops, not ingots. What I want is pipes. There we go. Okay, the other thing is I'm going to be... How many power poles can I make? So I want to carry power lines. This is fine. Let's just pick up a little bit more concrete. That should be good. Okay. And oh right, I was gonna do my scheme for powering up the bauxite miners, which involves taking power from the causeway instead of... I'm going to take it over from the factory. This may not work if the causeway is too high over the area. The other thing I should probably do is make some more filters, but I think I can probably do that off stream. Okay, where am I? Let's try this. The question is, can I reach a power pole down to the ground over there? It's pretty far, so the answer is probably no. Invalid aim location. Well, I could build a tower. Can I... Invalid aim location. Darn. Let's see. Are there any other prominences that I could use? I could try to build the power line over there. That actually might be a better plan. I feel like it's close. I need to be on the belt because the bauxite mine is right there. So if I build it on that prominence, then oh, that prominence is actually not very close to that. Invalidating location. Still invalidating location. This is not working out quite as well as I thought it would, although perhaps I should have expected this. Let's do another test here. What if we point the thing straight down so there's no diagonal? No. So one of the lessons here is that the tall pink trees are taller than the maximum length of between two power poles, which is, I've already mentioned before that the tall pink trees are extremely tall, but this emphasizes that no, really, they're really, really, really tall. What if, I think I can probably, I have a plan, okay. I can still make this work, it's just going to require a bit of ingenuity. Okay, so the plan is I build a ramp out of just normal walkways. And try to build an elevated power pole there. I'm going to run out of concrete doing this, but I'm willing to pay that price. Okay, so first step, I have to get closer to that thing. So I kind of want to be like almost directly over it. And this is a good place to turn the corner. Getting up close and personal with the ramps here is not much to look at. But okay, now we turn a corner again. And check in. Okay, nope, still invalidating location. Need to go lower. The causeway is very, very, very tall. Wow, still invalidating location. This is... I guess I should... I think probably what's happening here is I think the effective range for a player to place objects is like an ellipsoid, by which I mean it's wider at the height of the player than it's not a sphere. So it's harder to reach up and down than it is to reach out to your sides. Okay, got it. Now I need to make this the tall foundations. Okay, so the plan here is to build a tower up. As I said, we need to compensate for the verticality problem because I can't reach very high. So even though I can't reach very high, I feel like power poles themselves don't actually care about that. Like they have a maximum angle, but that two power poles can be connected by, but that angle is probably pretty steep. So all I have to do is get this high enough. Well, actually, the other thing I could do is make this tall enough that I think I can, if I can reach the power poles up there, and I am close to the the tower I'm building. Like here, I can reach. So wire is too long. So wire is not too long here. So I don't need to go all the way up. I just need to go some of the way up. So if the tower is about at level with this, then, or maybe a little taller, then I think I can probably do this. Okay. Having some geometry problems here. Don't give me invalid aim location, that's nonsense. Is it running into a tree? It may be running into a tree. Nope, okay. Everything's fine. I'm guessing that after a certain height the trees don't really exist, so you can just clip through them and build stuff, and it doesn't give you any guff. Okay, let's try going up here. This might be kind of tall. Now I have invalid aim location. There we go. So as we determined, I can't reach the power pole from here, but I'm really close because I can reach it from just a little bit higher. So I just have to get the power tower a little bit. And I also already know that the maximum length of a power pole is about the maximum distance at which you can reach it. Which I can actually demonstrate that. So I can reach the power pole. I can't reach the power pole from here. Just a little too far away. I can reach it from there. And like right on top of me it says wires, doesn't give me the wire is too long error. But as soon as I go over there, it does. So that is a convenience that the like grab range of the power poles is the same as the actual wire range. So, I'm just thinking about whether it actually makes sense to build the power tower on this tall rock, or if the height of that rock is not enough of a justification to do it there, because I'm gonna still have to get it really high to I'm thinking maybe it might make more sense to just build it like closer to the causeway, which would also be closer to the miner. So I'm almost out of concrete. So I'm gonna have to, if I'm gonna restart this construction, I'm gonna have to harvest basically all of it, but this is fine. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna leave one at a very high elevation in case I decide it was actually fine. And that way I don't have to rebuild this. So I'll just have a single mysterious floating foundation up there. Let's see, now I'm too high up to even reach. Okay, so I'll be able to rebuild most of this power tower. I guess the other thing I could consider is whether doing this with walls is better. That's a difficult question. I barely ever use walls. So they use 3. And they are the same 3 instead of 6, because I think normal foundations take 6. Yep. They also use iron plates, so that's not the best. If you have a combination of let's see, so I have to hold on. If you are holding a combination of iron plates and concrete, then a mix of, then walls might be a better option, but okay. Let's probably reach over there, right? Nope. Why not? Wait, this is nonsense. So we can reach over there, but not over there. Well, I do have a solution for that. So this rather silly diversion, which probably is not actually saving me any time, because in this time I definitely could have just run a power line following the conveyor belts, but you know, sunk cost fallacies and all that business. Invalidating location. Okay, so here's a high spot that I can start building a tower on. Okay. Oops. Okay. I think what's the important lesson here is that when you're building a foundation, you're building a tower like this, you know, the point that you want to be hitting to get the box in the right place is on a flat plane, so you either want to be above or below it. It's when you're exactly at eye level with it, it's actually pretty hard. It's not that hard if you're above or below it, but when you're at eye level with it, it's extra difficult. Okay. Am I out of... No, I'm not out of concrete. I should be able to get a few more here. There. All right, let's see if we can do this now. Whoops. This will certainly be fatal. Whoa, it wasn't. Okay. The problem now is that getting back over there to do that is going to be challenging. Alright. Although I do have a jetpack. I could try to do some awful jetpack nonsense. I definitely cannot jetpack up that high. You can jetpack up about as high as you can get off of a bounce pad, which is maybe 8 blocks. Actually, I can do a test here. Okay, so let's do, let's just go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can't even get up 6 blocks, yeah. Alright. Well, one thing I can do is is recycle some of this concrete, so... Okay, I'm gonna head back and try to complete the conveyor belt, and maybe also while I'm over there, see if it's feasible to just drop a power pole down the cliff where the conveyor belt is. Let's try to find ourselves here. Okay, so there's the miner, which means the conveyor belt goes this way. Alright, so the main challenge with the power pole is dropping it off the cliff here, or pulling it up the cliff, whichever way of thinking about it you prefer. But there was that little ledge there, and so let's just say that we have a power pole here. And then say that we have a power, we are down here, take like virtually no fall damage. The fog here is a little much, but well, it's not complaining, so I'm gonna just do it. So, there's a power line somewhere in the darkness. I have no idea what I just did. Let's go find it. There it is. So there's just like a thick mist layer, like at about some number of 100 feet. Oh, here's Durga. She's in a killing mood. Hey, cat. Well, not much of a killing mood if she didn't go for the bone. That's okay. She's just kind of bored. That's fine. Oh, now she went for the bone. Okay. Anyway, so in a space of like 1 or 2 minutes, I solved the primary problem that I was having with all that nonsense with the causeway. So I think the sunk cost fallacy definitely says that I should just give that up, which is a little sad to give up engineering projects, but there definitely is a much better solution, so deal with it. Oh right, I'm in poison gas area. Oh. Now Durga's trying to chew on my headphone cable. Cut it out. Yes, you're very bored. That's okay. You're a cat. Let's do this. No. Let's do it a little bit differently. Oh, I'm about to run out of iron rods. That's okay. Okay, time to go back and get more stuff. This will probably be our last run to and from the base, because in 20 minutes or so I'm going to have to take off, but that's fine. This has been something like 5.5 hours of Satisfactory, which I think is plenty. I wonder if we have iron rods and storage down here. We may. In that case. I guess they probably do also need... oh yeah. Okay, let's go try it. And we have tons of encased industrial beams, so... Although probably no concrete to speak of. Yep, okay, that's fine. I think that's probably all I really need, so let's head out like this. You can also take the power line with me going this direction. Come on. I'm confident I can get up this ramp. There we go. Right. So this should be pretty close to where I had left the power line previously. There we go. Okay. So that pod is probably drawing power now. 50 megawatts, but 50 megawatts is not a significant amount given that I'm generating 3 gigawatts, so I'll pick that up later. I do need to, is there a way to climb up to the, pink forest? I'm guessing it's not really encouraged. So let's just say probably not. Although this land bridge here is very long, and I would not be surprised if it's possible from there, but getting up there from here is kind of a hassle. So let's just go head back and take the causeway. All right. So here we ride this belt up here. Oop. Yep, that's all fine and good. And then ride this for a while. Let's see if I can see the platform that I'm going to be building. Up there it is. I just got a glimpse of the platform that will eventually have the foundries on it. Probably should have picked up some more concrete. Oh well. I think this is probably a good place to dismount. Yeah. Well, that was all very cheeky. Okay. So I think if I just follow the conveyor belt here, that'll take me to the power line, which should be live. Oops, wired a little too long. That's fine. Yep, we're online there. So the first bauxite miner is powered. Now I just need to power the other one. Hello. There we go. Oops. There. All right. Okay, so now we're actually producing bauxite ore. Or is that redundant? Is the term just bauxite? Yes, it's just bauxite, which is aluminum ore, so they are synonymous. Now I happen to know there's a power slug here, so let's grab it. The fog rules are bizarre. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this requires like supercomputers, like it's drawing power. Oh, it's just operational. Oh, wait, oh, okay. Required reinforced or encased industrial beam, which I have, so that done, we can disconnect that power line, and I think what we'll probably do is get back to the base, throw this hard drive into research, and then, or maybe at least just like, I might not put it into research, I might just put it away into the box, and because it's possible that the next thing I might do is manually craft, at least in terms of what I'm next thing I'm going to do for research, is manually craft some supercomputers, and then research supercomputer, because I have no idea what that'll unlock. But I have the materials to build some foundries, so let's do that. We can also verify that hold on, do I want I'm guessing that it takes, well actually, never mind, I'm just being a goofball. Because since this has two inputs, I think I want it to be aligned like that. Nope, don't mind the manta flying through the platform. Okay, aluminum ingot. Yes. So let's just build the 4 of these that I have queued up. And then we'll need to have a splitter system, which will be a little bit obnoxious to set up, but not terrible. Okay. And then these pairs of splitters can feed into another row of foundries over here. Is that too close? That's rather close. Let's see. Actually, maybe this is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then we just build 2 more foundries. Or 1. There. Alright, so this will be our aluminum foundry system. I'll finish up that later. So I have to run silica over here, run the bauxite over here, and then I hook everything up using methods that I've done on stream many times. So that's not very big news. And then, as I mentioned, tomorrow morning my intention is to start the construction of the second factory level, because that will be something that takes a long time, so I want to do it on a weekend rather than on a weekday. Also, it involves somewhat interesting geometry problems, which, not new geometry work, so there won't be any, like, Google Sheets stuff going on, but, well, okay, to clarify, it did involve, a little bit of I made a table, basically, using the geometry work I already did last week to do some new calculations using the same formulas. So no new methods, just somewhat different applications. Hard drive goes there. Let me double check that supercomputer is a thing you can research. There it is. Oh, I already did it. Oh. Okay, fine. In that case, I'll just throw this in. Alright, let's clean up my inventory as best I can. This power slug really is the only thing. Well then. Okay. Alright. So, between streams I'll probably finish up making the aluminum processing area. I'll probably go ahead and make the area where I make I think, like I said earlier, I plan to make the alclad sheets, whatever those are called. Alclad aluminum sheets on pedal 5, and then we'll have Mark 5 conveyor belts, which is not required for the second level of factory, but is nice to have. And then I may do some other stuff, but getting that aluminum processing done might be all I have time for today. But that's all for now. See you next time.